The Fawley Challenge Cup, Clare's Court School A.
Attention!
On the Berkshire station.
Go!
Up against Sydney Rowing Club of Australia. And this should be a really good race.
Yeah, both crews off very cleanly there. Really high rate of striking. Really clean blade work. The Buckinghamshire station actually handling that transition off the island quite well, not getting blown off the boys too much. Sydney moving a little bit towards the boys, but managing to control that well.
And there's a bit of action from the umpire. Junior men's quads, it's such a technically difficult one to get right, and the Australians are finding exactly that. They're being urged back to their side of the water, but it's, Adrian, I always think with this one really is difficult, isn't it? Technically, this is as difficult as it gets. Yeah, shifting along nicely now, the Australians, after that effectively slamming on the brakes and having to adjust the steering. They've got that sorted out, and now they've got themselves into a good rhythm, and now they're ahead of Clare's Court School A.
Yeah, and Clare's Court School here also sculling really very well. Just so that we go down the course, we'll see whether that efficiency will bring them back on terms. Here, a nice good camera shot as they come really close by. Sydney, clear water almost looks like at the moment. And that psychologically, that does help quite a lot, especially with these younger athletes. But Clare's Court got experience in this, and pedigree in this event, haven't they?
Yeah, psychologically it helps having the lead, definitely. Psychologically it would be quite damaging to have those earlier issues there. If you start trying to readjust, that must rattle you, isn't it? Even if you're a calm character.
Definitely, and they managed that actually quite well, didn't they? Because they were under pressure to steer and stuff, and they still managed to transition into that rhythm. They're quite close to the booms down there.
This is the live action further down the track.
So it's still only a length, and they got to a length quite quickly, Sydney, and they've stuck there now. It's going to be interesting now as we come down towards the last 2 minutes, whether Clare's Court can do anything about this.
Nicholas Whalen, you can see there in the bow seat, Jackson Gersoy, Charles Hine and Maxim Maloney.
They all seem to have black armbands on their left arm. I wonder what that's all about.
All 18 years old, none of them have previously been to Henley, as you'd expect. It's such a young boat.
Yeah, sculling well, slightly higher stroke rate, I think, than Clare's Court. But Clare's Court here really keeping it together. Staying really, looking at them all eyes straight down the boat. Nobody's looking around to see what's going on, just focusing on their sculling.
Yeah, retaining their discipline nicely.
Yeah, they've got quite a long way to go, so I wonder if they can do anything now. They really need to make a choice to put that effort in to get back on terms. Sydney now, clear water.
Harry Roonett with a little glance over his left shoulder to try and see where the Sydney boat is. I'm not sure actually he'd have been able to turn that far around, because as you say, Sydney now with some clear water, so if you're in the stroke seat of Clare's Court School's boat, you'd perhaps struggle to see them. Matthew Creaser, Oliver Spence and William Lydiard with lots of work to do. This is the Australian boat, the lead boat.
Yeah, some good sculling here. You can see how, when you look at the gates, how precise the finishes are at the end of the stroke. They really do let go of the water really precisely and get out of the way.
It's another powerful Australian boat. We've seen a few of them already this morning.
Yeah, the barman there in the Clare's Court boat, William Lydiard, just had a look over his left shoulder. I guess he'll be calling out it's time to go, time to catch them, time to do something special.
Well, we have to pull it out the bag now, because they're in front of stewards already, and Sydney Rowing Club in the Fawley Challenge Cup inching closer. It's a good challenge though. Clare's Court School have kept battling along well there. In fact, they've closed it up a bit in the last couple of 100 metres, but
they've got overlap. You can see what they can do now. Not 5-6 strokes to go. Really are trying to attack it there. Looks like Sydney might have had enough.
Sydney Rowing Club can't afford to cruise to the finish line. They get there safely, but it's only a length at the end of all of that. So a good win for Sydney and a good performance from Clare's Court, who kept fighting along.